Good evening. The 9 o'clock news anchor Justin. First, recently the big terror in Paris. That is very bad news. We will convey condolence to bereaved families. Move on next. Today's news subject is about one of the child police. The Chinese government been operating to have children for China's economy because Chinese population is too much. Aging problem will getting more serious. But other side says it seems that the adverse effect of the low birth rate continue to appear year after year. So one of the child police should be abolished. Many pros and cons are being exchanged. So today we will consider with the two opinion. First, heard the proposed opinion.
Hello, Chris Buckley.
Hi.
I am CNN anchor Justin. Can you tell me about one child policy?
Okay. Hello, I am Chris Buckley, who wrote China Ends One Child Policy, Allowing Family to Children. I agree with changing to children police in China, and there are big two reasons. China will be able to resolve a reduction of the working age population due to aging phenomenon. Now, it is about 10% more than 65 years of China's population. The proportion of 15% in 2027. In 2035, it is expected to increase up to 20% if phenomenon is progressing and decreasing in working age. The economy is weakened a lot. According to this month's presentation materials, the economy growth rate as compared to the last year third quarter and a slow 6.5%. In order to overcome a crisis, we need to prevent aging phenomenon and to increase the working age population. Second, it will be able to keep to a reasonable number the Chinese population. Please look at this graph. If China wants to continue the one-child policy, the number of 2029 of the population takes a peak and continues to decline. However, if all of the women give birth to two children, it takes a peak in 2034. Analysts, population is reduced in 2030. The population reduction in China can be prevented even 5 years. Also, China can mitigate the gender discrimination problem a little. In this way, I wrote an article to agree with the China of two children policy. Thank you for listening.
I really worried about Chinese economy, but it will be better.
I'm really happy to meet my new baby.
Heard good opinion in pros side. Continue. Consult with the opposite this time. Hi, Sophia.
Hi.
What do you think about this policy?
Hello Justin, I'm the China journalist Sophia Yan. I heard that you already met other journalists, but I have a different opinion with her. As you know, these days China has abolished this one-child policy. It allows all couples to have two kids, but this policy will not be a great help to the China economy.
Why it isn't helpful to the China?
Firstly, the reason why they abolished the police is that China is now posting its worst economic growth since the financial crisis. And China also faces a rapidly aging population and shrinking workforce. Abolishing the police is not an effective solution of this situation. China's working age population will be reduced around 7% from 2010 to 2030. Policymakers are hoping that abolish the one-child policy would be helpful to the economy. I think abandoning the one-child policy might be too late. It takes at least 10 years or later in order to strengthen the workforce. In recent years, Beijing has been reduced labor force by low birth rates and a rapidly aging population. The abolition of the one-child policy does not give a great impact on the economy in the short term. The policy is for the purpose of long-term growth. Even over the long term, the effect of move may be much smaller than may expect. In general, people tend to have fewer children as their incomes rise.
Wow, I don't know that. It is true?
Nearly 50% of urban Chinese residents want no more than one child. Plus, China's hospital and medical systems aren't equipped to handle a baby boom. Beijing's maternity wards are already overbooked into the first half of 2016 as a result of the partial relaxation of family planning policy in early 2014, according to IHS Global Insights. Thank you.
I don't know why China abolishes these policies.
Two child, nobody wants two kids.
We have a special guest, the media expert, Scarlett. Hello, Scarlett.
Hello, Mr. Justin. As a media expert, I judge these two articles are definitely biased, and we can say both articles are sensationalism. Now, listen carefully. I will show some examples of how these articles differ from each other. Here are 5 points we should observe in this article: limiting debate, story selection, word choice, omission, sources. First, let's talk about limiting debate. Limiting debate means presenting the story as though there are more agreement than in actuality. In this International New York Times article, they add some interview reports like this. It is some part of interview. As you can see, interviewees are really favorable for China's two-child policy. They both want to have more child. This article includes that kinds of interview so that readers think many citizens are very supportive for the China's new policy. However, look at the other article. This article is from CNN Money. In this article, they only talk about some side effects of the policy. They focused on negative idea of China's two-child policy. They don't mention about any positive effects. They keep saying China's two policy couldn't be a good solution. It is partial article, and we can say it is not neutral. Then let's compare some word choices. Word choice is using different words to convey opinion and prejudice the reader. First, look at the CNN's article. The writer said the change won't help its economy. It means the China's two-child policy is not useful, not helpful for economy. Also, they choose the words won't, will not. This is conjecture words. And look at this sentence. They said the policy might be too little, too late. What's that mean? We can guess this policy is too weak to solve some China's problem. Here are another example. Can you see the word partial? What's that mean? Partial means not complete. Partial relaxation of family planning policies. In this sentence, partial relaxation means the change of China's one-child policy to two-child policy. And they said it is partial relaxation. Surely, it is negative words. On the other hand, let's look at the other one. This is article from New York Times. In this article, we can see many negative words. In this article, the countries mean the control of child. So we can say this control means China's one-child policy. Then, how about these words? Resentment, butcher, forced, crippling. Is it feel positive or negative? Surely, all of these words are negative words. They use these kinds of words to explain the China's one-child policy. Let's talk about omission. It is simple. First, let's look at the article from CNN Money. From start to end, it talks about all negative things of two-child policy, and they don't mention any positive things. They skip every positive effects, and we can say they omit the positive effects. On the contrary to this, let's look at the article from New York Times. They focused on some positive effects of new policy. They omit some side effects of new policy. How about story selection? let's look at the article from New York Times. In this article, they mentioned about Deng Xiaoping's population control policy. In his policy, it said the economic growth are not equaled by population growth. However, in this article, writer said economic growth have close relevance to population growth, and the writer gave some reasons, then refute his policy. And both articles uses some different sources. First, on the CNN's article, they used a survey cited by Capital Economics. In the survey, nearly 50% of urban residents want no more than one child. So the article wants to say two-child policy is useless for that kinds of people. However, can we trust this research without any doubts? How about countryside residents? Why they only mentioned urban residents? Oh, also it can be some part of omission. Anyway, these sources can be controversial. It is not a whole research. Then, let's look at the New York Times one. In this article, they use some graphs to show population estimates. However, let's see the sources of the graphs. The source is from New York Times, same company. Is it objective? Is it neutral? Instead of the New York Times one, how about some sources from National Statistical Office? I think it seems more reliable, more objective than use own company's one.
Both sides are barely taught. Which one is the right things to do business? Whatever which one is the right, we would like to lead to a good result. Today's news was until here. I will see you next time. Thank you.